I'm Karima Brown. It's Sunday morning and it's time for The Fix.
Today it's a packed show. First up, the DA reveals its election manifesto. We look at the party's chances of success come the election in May. And speak to the South African Institute of Electrical Engineers about how to fix Eskom. Then Parliament is in the hot seat about how to beat the clock so we can have an SABC board that actually corrects. And as is custom, we take a look at our weekend newspapers to see what's made headlines this week and why. The Fix starts now.
This is The Fix, where every Sunday, without fear or favor, we question the big role players. We will look ahead to tell you what matters, how it affects you, and why you should care. And as usual, I'm joined by my sparring partner, Sunday Times and Business Day columnist, Peter Bruce. Peter, a big week. We had a budget that you loved, but we also have some really hot breaking news.
Well, first of all, just on the budget, I'm not sure that I loved it so much, but I quite liked this plain talking. I haven't heard a finance minister talk like that before, wondering whether we should just get rid of... Yeah, absolutely. But, look, the big news of the weekend will be the rape charge against Zizi Kodwa, who was the former ANC spokesman. You just wonder why men generally just can't behave themselves. It's whether it's a judge on the Supreme Court of the United States or somebody misbehaving at a party in Johannesburg.
Absolutely, and of course it just comes so shortly after a panel inside the ANC found Pule Mabe not guilty,
so
and
it's interesting.
The person there actually saying that there's no sexual harassment policy in the ANC. It's 107 years old. How does an organization like that not have a policy on sexual harassment?
Particularly one that goes on about gender equality and as much as the ANC does.
Exactly.
Why was Pule Mabe judged within the party, and the rape accuser here, the victim in the Kodwa affair, appears to have been told to go off and see the police herself?
You know, I've seen the actual letter that
it's on social media today.
I have sent. And it appears as if she wanted the party to actually deal with the matter. And it looks there was an attempt by, guess who, Bosasa middleman, to try and arrange, quiet money on
the same
on
guy
the
who was
issue.
passing money to Linda MT, I think.
Yes, exactly. And of course that doesn't happen. So it's going to be interesting to see if this woman goes to the police. It's obviously taking a lot of courage to go. So she's going up against someone who's incredibly powerful. And we will have to really keep our eyes to the story.
Well, do we know who she is? Do we know, can we go to the police with her?
Well, I think that's what organizations that work in this field needs to begin to do and provide the necessary support. And of course, the African National Congress in its entirety, and especially its women's desk, should actually lead the way.
You'd expect them to be, But it's interesting that the one case is cleared within the party and the other one is not.
Yes.
And I wonder why.
Yes.
We also have this weird thing where the ANC issued a statement.
Yes, apologizing to two of its
It was Zizi Kodwa himself.
Yes.
First of all, condemning Pravin Gordhan and Senzo Mchunu for apparently ridiculing black engineers over the Eskom thing, saying, we put too much faith in them, whatever it is, and then issuing a complete retraction. I mean, it's a party at war with itself.
Absolutely. I saw the letter that Pravin wrote to the ANC Secretary General, Ace Magashule. He said he wants the accusation retracted. He wants a full public apology.
Yeah, he got it in,
he got it absolutely, literally within the hour. He got it. I spoke to Zizi myself to come onto the show at 7:02, and he said, Karima, can I at least write the apology first before I come onto the show. So, of course, it's been an incredibly hectic week. We're going to try and get through as much as possible.
Okay.
And, of course, keep our own commentary really, really short so that we can get through the business of all of this. After the break, we take a closer look at the Democratic Alliance's manifesto. Don't go anywhere.